Hello and welcome to yoga. My name is Joanne. Thank you for being here today. Let's get started in a comfortable seat. So if you need anything to sit up on to elevate the hips so they're a little bit higher than the knees, that's always a nice idea. Make sure you can lengthen through the spine. Collarbone is nice and broad. We're just gonna kind of ground at the beginning of our practice here. So you can have your legs crossed, whatever comfortable position you'd like to start in. You can even start in a chair. So you're going to drop a little weight into the elbows so that you can bring the shoulders away from the ears, and make sure that the chin is retracted just a little so the head is directly above the spine. You want the chin parallel to the floor. You want to feel sort of a lengthening through the back of the neck. Allow your eyes to gently close and allow your lips to part so the jaw is relaxed. And let's bring some awareness to our breath as we sort of drop out of the mind and into the body. And connecting to the breath as it moves in and out of our body. Just observing how you're feeling right now. Note your energy level. Any sort of residual thoughts in the mind or tensions, anything going on, just observe it. And we're just going to see how we can shift our energy together. So wherever you are is just fine. Honor that. And if you'd like to take a moment, you can set an intention or a dedication for your practice today. Repeating whatever you'd like to focus on to yourself 3 times. And as you continue to center and ground and bring awareness to the breath, just allowing whatever arises to be there without judgment, without pushing and pulling. Just sort of try to breathe through it. Let things just kind of wash through you as they arise. And as you begin to deepen the breath, allow the inhale to really find an expansion in the body, opening new space with the breath. And as you exhale through the nose, and just letting go and softening around that space. We want to maintain that sense of openness in the body, expansion. And then we also want to soften that at the same time. Given everything that's going on right now, I think we'll focus a bit today in today's practice about sort of grounding and energizing at the same time. I might introduce a couple of acupressure points to help stimulate your immunity, your immune system and energy, nourishing the blood. So we'll get to that in a little bit. For now, just slowing the breath. Let's take another deep breath in. Exhaling through the nose as you soften. And as we breathe in, don't forget we're really trying to bring the breath into the lower belly. That's where we want to start it. Our energy center. So let's let the arms dangle by the sides. So just let them be heavy, kind of let them go. Shake them out a little bit. And then we're gonna squeeze them up by the ears. So create a little tension. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as you sigh through the mouth and just drop them. We're gonna squeeze in, create tension. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sigh it out. Then let it go. Let's do that one more time. Squeeze in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And sigh it out. Excellent. So let's inhale. We're going to sweep one arm all the way up and fold to the side. Walk your other hand out. Give yourself a little support. Stretch through the side body. We're going to inhale, sweep up. Lower that arm down, nice and slow. Inhale, second side. And exhale, fold. So we're going to try to breathe, let the breath guide our movement. Inhale, lift, use your torso. Exhale, lower the arm. Inhale, other side comes up. And exhale as we fold. We use that inhale again to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Do one more time each side. Inhale. Exhale. Hips are staying grounded, feeling this through the side body. Keep the chest open. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, lift and release the arm down. Squeeze your shoulders up by the ears and big circle down the back. Good. Two more of those. Inhale, squeeze up, big circle, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades behind the back as you lower them down one more time. Use the breath. Exhale back. Excellent. So we're going to walk our hands out in front. I want you to pay attention, whichever leg is in front of you. Walk your hands out and fold here. So here, think about breathing into the belly here as well. Hips are back. And then nice and slow, follow the front foot toward, follow the arms toward the front foot side, so stretching to the side to open the hip. Breathe into the belly. Deep breath. One more breath here. Slowly walk through center. Walk your hands back. And then just lean back as you switch the cross of your legs so the other leg comes into the front. And if you're in a chair, obviously you don't have to worry about that, but we'll just fold forward, maybe bowing over your legs. If you're in the chair, relax the head. Take a deep breath here. Again, breathe into the lower belly here. Energizing our body with the breath. And then we'll walk the hands over to the big toe side again, stretching the opposite hip, relax the head. Deep belly breaths. And you always want to make sure the breath is moving freely so you can relax into your stretch. If it's too much, back out just a little. Good. Slowly walk your hands back to center and back upright. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's inhale and sweep the arms up. Gather some energy. Breathe in deep. As you exhale, touch the hands at the top. Exhale and pull the arms behind you without arching your spine at all. So keep the spine stable and steady. So we're going to do that again. Inhale, sweep up, reach behind you. Keep the core active and engaged. We're just kind of stretching our pecs here a little bit. Exhale, pull back. without arching. So keep the spine stable and the pelvis neutral. Inhale one more time, sweep back. Stretching through the chest, touch the hands. Exhale, pull back, open the chest. Let's drop the shoulders here, squeeze them up by the ears one more time and down the back, open the chest. Let's come into tabletop on our hands and knees. You're welcome to use a little blanket if you need under your knees. Get a thinner blanket for that. So whatever is comfortable for you, use your props that you've got available. Coming into tabletop position. Activate the feet to the floor. Knees should be aligned under the hip points and hands or wrists under the shoulders. You're welcome to take fists if that's better for your wrists. I want you to brighten the fingers on the mat, nice and broadly. Activate your fingers into the floor and then press the mat away from you. Engage your navel toward your spine. The neck is long here. Let's take some cat-cows. As we inhale, we'll drop the belly. We're going to send the tail and the crown to opposite corners of the room. As you inhale and as you exhale, you're going to round, drop the head, and drop the tailbone. Press the spine up. Inhale, open. Imagine pulling the chest through your shoulders. Exhale, round. Really arch up. Keep that stretch. Good. Let's take a few more. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Feeling the breath start from the lower belly as you move. Letting the breath guide you one more time. Excellent. We're going to come back to our tabletop position, neutral spine. Set yourself up, and then we'll thread the needle. So we're going to inhale, sweep one arm up to the sky, reach up, open the chest, gaze up maybe. Exhale as you thread the needle, come all the way down to the cheek, all the way down to the head, and bring this arm through. Little twist. So inhale is going to sweep you open. Exhale will guide you down. And I want you to pause at the top and the bottom of each breath. So you get to experience the full stretch. So don't shortchange that. Let's do one more on this side. And exhale, come down. And let's pause here at the bottom with the cheek on the ground. Option is to tent the fingers of the other hand and lift the elbow. You might find that gives you a little deeper stretch. Or you can even reach the arm all the way behind you for the opposite thigh, just to open up a little deeper. Take another breath here. One more breath. Slowly unwind yourself. Back to all fours. Set yourself up first. And then we'll switch sides. Inhale, stretch open. Lift the chest, open the heart. Exhale, thread the needle. Don't forget to pause in each place. Inhale up. Exhale down. Breathing into the belly as you open up. And release down. Good. One more time, we'll sweep up. And we'll pause at the bottom of this stretch here. And again, you might want to tent the hands or reach behind the back. A couple of breaths here. Just keep melting into the floor. And very slowly unwind. Come back to all fours. From all fours, we're going to tuck the toes under. I want you to see if you can find all 10 toes. And then just gently sit back until you feel the stretch through the feet. Maybe the hands slide forward, maybe the forehead comes down, whatever feels best for you. I want you to think about breathing into the soles of your feet. Take another deep breath in, feel the energy drawing into the soles of your feet. Nice, and then inhale, slowly come up, flip the toes down, and then push back again. Kind of push into your hands to push the hips back. If you need a blanket under your knees, if this is not a comfortable position, you can always use a prop behind your legs to make it easier, to make it more comfortable. And then breathe here into the feet as well. Slowly inhale back to all fours. Take your hands a little bit wide. Knees come back behind your hips just a touch. And then we're going to bend at the elbow and lower our chest between our hands and the chin down. Keep the glutes lifted, awkward S pose, elbows hug close. Let the legs slide out onto the floor, tops of the feet down, and pull your chest forward as you lift for low cobra. Keep the gaze long, keep the neck loose. Let's lift the hands and breathe into the belly here. Really breathe into that lower belly. It should feel comfortable in the lower back. If you need to adjust at all, please do. So you might want to come lower, or you might tilt the tailbone to the heels. Good. Slowly release the hands next to your chest. Bring your chin down. We're going to tuck the toes and push up to all fours. From here, if you're comfortable, we're going to slowly come into downward dog. So peel your hips up and relax your heels to the floor. We'll pedal one foot at a time. Walk out your dog. Keep the breath moving. Slowly walk yourself all the way up to a standing forward fold. Come to the front of the mat, measure about 2 fists. Bend your knees as much as you need. Forehead tucks. Shake your head out a little, yes and no. Deep breath in. And again, feel yourself breathing into the soles of the feet from the ground, earth, and the earth, and feel that breath move up through the whole body. We're going to let the arms dangle and ground our feet as we roll up one vertebra at a time. Let the arms be heavy, head is heavy, chin to chest. Unfurl yourself slowly to the top of the mat. We'll shrug the shoulders at the top as we open the chest, coming into our mountain pose. Good. So from mountain pose, make sure you're nice and aligned. Your pelvis is nice and neutral. Take the arms by the side. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms back behind you, open the chest again, lift up. Exhale, take your hands down to your heart prayer pose. Back to your mountain pose. I want you to activate the legs a little bit, reach back, inhale, lift. Deep breath in, hands touch, exhale, hands to heart, prayer pose. Good, one more deep breath, just like that. Inhale, lift. Hands touch, exhale, lower them down to the chest. Release the arms by the side. Coming into mountain pose, reach back, inhale, lift. Touch the hands, and then exhale, we'll swan dive. Soften your knees as you fold over the legs, forward bend. Forehead tucks to the shins. Inhale, you're going to come into a flat back as you lengthen your spine. Good, and exhale as you fold again. We're going to take a giant step back with one leg. So we'll drop that back knee and pull the toes. Come onto your fingers here, fingertips, and scissor the legs toward the midline. Make sure the knee is above the heel and that this is a comfortable distance and a comfortable stretch. If it's too much, take the knee in a little closer. Add the arms as you inhale, lift. Open the chest. Feet are nice and rooted. And we're breathing here. Good. We're going to exhale and float the arms down to frame that front foot. And nice and slowly walk it back, half monkey. We're going to take our hands back and lift the toes to the face. Good. We want to try to open the chest and rather than round forward. This leg can be a little bit bent depending on how tight you are in this hamstring here. Let's breathe. Think about pulling this sitting bone to the back as you lengthen through the chest. Connecting to the breath. So you can soften the muscle tissues. Good. We'll slowly plant the foot as we walk our hands forward on our exhale. Tucking the back toes under as you lift the knee. Take your hips up and step back to your down dog. Maybe pedal the feet here. And then we'll inhale into plank pose. Nice and slow. Take your time as you transition. So we want the shoulders above the wrists, energy through the heels, and my hips and shoulders are in the same lane, hopefully. Breathe in. Exhale, drop the knees right where they are. Plant the chest down between the hands. Slide the legs down. Inhale for low cobra. Lift the hands and glue the feet. Neck is loose. Deep belly breaths. Connecting to your belly and the breath. Good. Release your hands down. Tuck the toes. Pressing up to all fours and then maybe back down to downward dog. Be mindful of your transition. Take a deep breath in. And we'll find our way to the front of the mat. So you can walk or hop or step, whatever is best for you today. Come back to forward fold. And roll yourself up. Inhale. Shrug the shoulders. Nice broad collarbone, mountain pose, neutral pelvis. Inhale, stretch back, lift up, open the heart. Connect the hands. Exhale, swan dive. Come back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, empty the lungs as you fold. Hands plant. Giant step back with your second leg. So whichever side you started on, we'll take the other leg back. Make sure you're switching sides. Check the alignment. Scissor the legs. As you're ready, lift up. So feeling a nice sense of lift through the pelvis here. I'm not trying to rock forward. I'm trying to lift up. Soft shoulders. Deep breath. One more breath here. Breathe in. Exhale, float the hands to frame the foot. And walk it back. Stretching the front hamstring again, toes lift. Come on to fingertips. You might use blocks here. Think about the sitting bone pulling back and the heart opening forward. Connecting to the breath so you can soften and open the posture without pain. Breathe here. Okay, let's take one more breath together. And breathe in. And slowly walk the hands forward, plant the foot. We'll tuck the back toes under, lifting the knee. Lift your hips up and step it back to downward dog. Maybe pedal the feet out again. Let's make our way back to the front of the mat to our forward fold. Meeting here and fold. Roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. All the way back to your mountain pose. Open the chest. Excellent. Let's reach back. Inhale, lift. Touch hands. Exhale, swan dive. Soften your knees. Inhale, halfway, open the chest. And exhale, fold.
Good, we'll take a giant step back with the first leg again, lowering the hips. We're gonna pivot our back foot down, check heel to arch alignment. And then we're gonna slowly power up through the front leg and open up for warrior two stance. And you want this hip to be open toward the knee. So you're gonna let that hip open to the knee. You wanna see your big toe and your peripheral vision. Adding the arms, soften the shoulders. I want you to think about, again, lifting with the breath. So breathing into the feet here as that energizes your whole body. So both feet are firmly rooted. And again, we've got this hip opening toward the front knee. And then our arms are, and our torso is tall, shoulders above hips. So we're going to turn the front palm up toward the sky. We're going to inhale and lean forward. And as we exhale, we're going to lift up and we're going to straighten that front leg and reach back behind you and open the chest. So now both legs are straight. Breathe in. Good. Exhale as you come back down to your warrior two, bend to the knee again. Palm still faces up on the front hand. And we're going to flow like that. So inhale, lift, straighten both legs. And exhale, come back down. Should be comfortable in your low back and your hips. Make sure that back foot is nice and firm. Again, this hip is open. Inhale, lift, straighten. And exhale, lower. Good. Let's take this forearm to the front thigh now and reach the top arm over the ear. So now we're in side angle pose. Nice long line of energy with the top arm to the outer edge of the back foot. Same alignment with the front leg. We're going to inhale, warrior two, lift up. Deep breath in and exhale, side angle. I want you to take your time with these transitions, so don't rush it. Inhale, lift. The breath should be nice and smooth. Exhale. If it's not, slow it down. No rush. Let's do one more. Inhale, open, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Beautiful. From here, take that top arm in a big circle all the way up and around behind you. Then turn your torso over the front leg and allow the hands to frame the knee or the foot. Lift the back heel. Lift both hips and step back, downward dog. Pedal the feet. And let's take a nice easy flow here. So inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Take another breath, glue the feet here. Go ahead and release down, tuck your toes, coming through tabletop or straight back, downward dog, up to you. And then bend your knees, gaze forward, either walk or step it up to your forward bend. Take your time as you inhale, roll up. Feel that energy through the feet all the way up through the whole body, over chest. Back to your mountain pose. We'll inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, swan dive, soften the knees. Empty the lungs. Inhale fills you up. Exhale, fold. Good. Giant step back with the second leg this time. I'm going to turn around so I don't have my back to you. So second leg, check your alignment. Pivot that back foot. Check the heel to arch alignment. And then slowly come up, powering through the front quad. Warrior two stance. So make sure you've checked everything. Your feet are nice and firm and rooted. Soft toes. This knee is right above the heel. And this hip is opening to the knee side, so we're not pinching our back. And we're adding the arms, warrior two. We're nice and tall in our torso. And then another thing to check, another common thing to do here is to tilt the pelvis forward. So I want you to tuck your tailbone just a little bit and make sure that you're not
arching in the lower back. So our tailbone is nice and our pelvis is nice and neutral. Good, warrior two. And then we'll turn the front palm to face the sky and inhale, reach forward. Good, and then exhale, straighten through the leg and lift back and up. So good, inhale, come back to your warrior two as you bend the knee, keeping that hip open. And then exhale, straighten and lift. Good, inhale, back down. And think of that energy rising up through the feet. Exhale, lift. And open. Good, come back down, warrior two. Turn the palm, top palm down. We'll bend that forearm to the front thigh and take the top arm over the ear. Palm toward the floor. Chest is still nice and open here. And again, this knee is opening and hip is open here. Breathe in. Good. And out. Let's inhale as we reach back and lift up warrior two. Make sure there's no discomfort in the knee. Exhale and reach back, side angle. Use your inhale to lift. Engaging the core and the quads here. Exhale, reach, side angle. Good, inhale, one more time, lift, warrior two. Good, and then side angle again. And then again, we'll take that top arm in a big circle up toward the sky and around. And then turn the torso to frame over the front leg and then frame the foot with the hands, lift the back heel, lift your hips, step back, downward dog. Pedal the feet. Good, settle into your downward dog, taking a breath, and as you're ready, we'll inhale into a plank position. Exhale, drop the knees, the chest, and the chin. Slide into your cobra. Open the chest. Maybe lift the hands. Okay. Breathe into the belly. Good, and release down. And then push into all fours. We're going to push back into a child's pose here briefly. And come up onto all fours. Tuck the toes, hips rise, downward dog. And let's come up to the front of the mat again, standing forward bend. Roll yourself up nice and slow. Open the chest. Excellent. All right. Kitty's excited today. So let's come back. I'm going to come back this way. We're going to do one more thing here standing. Let's do a pigeon pose. So finding your mountain pose, nice neutral pelvis. Reach back, inhale, stretch the chest. Deep breath. Exhale, swan dive. Soften your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll exhale and bow. So we're going to step both legs back this time. Maybe starting in a plank and then send your hips high, downward dog. Shouldn't really have to move the hands around too much. And then from here, we're going to take one leg high in the sky, three-legged dog. So you're going to lift up and then bend the knee. And then I want you to be careful that you're not totally letting go of the torso here. Keep the core a little bit active and the hips a little bit open. So we're not crunching into the back body here. Catch your breath, and as you're ready, inhale, bring the bent knee all the way up. Cover it above the mat and then plant it upright between your hands for pigeon pose. So take the top of your back foot straight back. Make sure you're not sickling the ankle. If this doesn't work, you can take figure four on the back. So we're going to start on fingertips if you're in pigeon and lift the heart here, open the chest. And you want to make sure your hip points are equidistant from the floor so that you're not twerking in your hips. So nice and equidistant here, breathe in to your chest. And then use your exhale to slowly come down. You can rest on your forehead, on stacked fists or hands or block or prop, whatever you want. You could also prop something under this hip if you need more support. So you should be comfortable. Connecting to your breath here. Nice deep belly breath. Nice soft shoulder, soft jaw as well. Good. Slowly walk your hands back. We're going to bring our hands back a little bit. We're going to tuck our back toes under, and you're going to lift that knee. So now you might come forward with the hands a little, you might come back, depending. So now we're stretching the extended legs, hip flexor in the front. So whatever feels comfortable for you, I want you just to lift the knee, tuck the toes, and then find the hand position that's okay for you. Breathe into that hip flexor a little bit. Good. Let's slowly release the knee, uncurl the toes. And then come onto your fingertips here. If the heart is lifted, take a deep breath in. Plant your hands and tuck your back toes as you make your way to downward dog. Kitty is into yoga today. Hi. Pedal your feet out. And then we're going to switch sides. So take the other leg high in the sky, switching legs. And again, you're going to bend the knee and kind of open the hips, but keep the core engaged so you're not just rounding and arching in the lower back. We don't want to put too much pressure on the vertebra in the low back. So keep the core tight. Good, and then slowly inhale. We're going to kind of hover here just for a moment, engage your core, and then plant the knee down. So nice, intentional, and slow in the movements. Top of the back foot straight behind you. Make sure you're not sickling your ankle. So foot's nice and straight. Come onto fingertips, open the chest, make sure your hips are equal distant to the floor. Deep breath in and exhale, coming down wherever you'd like. For pigeon, stacking fists or hands. If you need figure four on the back, if you have a knee issue, you're just going to cross the ankle, thread through the hole here, and take figure four on the back. Same group of muscles getting stretched. If the pigeon bothers your knee. Take one more deep breath here. Good. We'll slowly begin to walk the hands back, frame the knee, come onto the fingertips. And then you're going to tuck your back toes under and lift the knee. And again, you want to find the hand position that's comfortable for this extended legs, hip flexor in the front. And breathe into that. Couple of breaths. Good, and then release the foot. Come onto the fingertips again. If you're not already there, open the chest, take a deep breath in. Nice, plant your hands, tuck your toes, step it back, nice and slowly to downward dog. Pedal the feet again. And we're gonna walk halfway up the mat. So come to the center of your mat, walk your hands back. Standing forward, fold in the middle. And then roll yourself up nice and slow.
Coming back into our mountain pose, shrug your shoulders as you open your chest. I'm gonna move my little blanket to the side. And we're gonna do a balance pose. So I'm gonna have us do the tree, since we're sort of grounding today, connecting to the earth. So nice, even hip distance stance for the feet. You can always use a wall if you need a little extra support. So you're gonna shift the weight to whichever side you wanna start on. And make sure you're not locking the joint. So softness to the joint, whichever standing leg you're starting on. And then you wanna fix your gaze and connect to your breath. So fix your gaze on the floor, something that's not gonna move. And as you feel steady, you're going to take the sole of the other foot to the ankle with the toe down if you need stability. You could use the calf or the thigh. Don't want to use the knee joint. Even though it seems like a good place to put your foot, don't do it. So whichever position works for you. If you have slippery pants, it might be difficult. So feel that activation toward the midline as well. So we want the foot pressing into the leg and the leg pressing back into the foot. Hands move to the chest. And if you fall out, so be it. You start again. So hands to the chest. And when you feel steady, you're going to reach your branches up. Soften your shoulders. Maybe your arms are wide if you want a little more for balance, more extended, whatever feels good to you today. And every day is different with our balance. So we're not trying to be perfect at anything. We're just practicing. Good, let's take one more breath. Nice and slowly take your hands to your heart. As you come out of the pose, releasing the foot from the leg and shake it out. And then we'll switch sides. So shifting the weight to the other leg now, make sure you microbend the joint. Fix your gaze. Keep the breath moving whenever you're ready, ankle, calf, or thigh. Activating toward the midline, hands to heart. And extending when you're ready. Connect to your breath. It's so easy to try to hold the breath when we're balancing, but you want to keep the breath moving. Imagine breathing into the sole of the foot all the way up to your fingers. Energizing the whole body with our breath. Beautiful. Let's breathe in. And nice and slow. Hands come back down to the heart. Release the foot. And shake it out. Awesome. So I said we would do, I want to do a little immune system activation. So we're going to come down. Let's come down to the floor. Come down to a comfortable seat. You can use your blanket or prop. Need. And this is good also if you're tired or fatigued. These are really good energizing points to use anytime. So what we're going to do is we'll start with the arms. So finding your comfortable seat. And then you're going to take one of your forearms and the other hand is going to massage the area. So you're going to walk your hand up to right where your elbow flexes. And then right in this muscle belly, you're going to kind of walk your finger down using your thumb pad as a great way to stimulate this point. And you kind of take from the crease of the elbow, you're moving toward the front part of the hand. That's the channel, goes this way. So you're kind of coming across this big muscle belly in the forearm. That's where you're going to activate this point. So a lot of times it'll feel a little sore or tender. You might have little nodules or something in there. So you can just gently massage it, keep your shoulders relaxed and breathe.
And this is the kind of thing you can do anytime you want to give yourself a little boost. It also helps stimulate immunity in the body. So Lord knows we need that these days, building our immune system. And then maybe check the other arm. So oftentimes one side might be more sore. Maybe the hand you're dominant with might be a little more sore. Or if you're real tired today, it might feel a little more sore than it might on another day. So this is a great kind of self-care thing to do for yourself. Again, especially if you're fatigued or needing a little boost. So just massaging that area. This one might sore. So then I'm going to show you guys kind of the mirror point to that on the shins as well. There's another point that is sort of its pair, its buddy, but it's on the lower leg. So you can take your legs out in front of you. And what you're going to do is it's going to be on the outside of the leg. And so you kind of want to measure right where the knee, there's a little notch in the bottom of your kneecap. You're going to take one hand and place it in that little notch to measure down, one hand breath. And then you follow the bone at the shin, the tibia bone. You follow that and just come off the hand and off the bone. So it's kind of similar to where it is on the arm, except it's one hand breath down. And that's called stomach 36. And that's also a really great immune boosting point and energizing point. So again, to find it, you can come just below the kneecap. There's a little impression on the outside of the kneecap. Place your hand there, measure down, and then it's just one finger breath off this bone. And you don't have to get it exact. It's a big spot, so you can kind of just massage in that area. So, and both sides. So it's easy to do this together. So you kind of just, and again, it might be a little sore. So it's that tibialis anterior muscle. And you're just going to kind of massage in that area. So, and again, this is something you could do anytime, really. Definitely, anytime. Especially if you're feeling a little tired or down. These points are awesome. So if you have someone at home that can help you, you could make this a little partner exercise, maybe. But just massaging that area. Mine's sore again. So those are the 4 points that are really great for immunity and energy. So I hope you enjoyed that. And let's come back to our seat. And yeah, let's actually come down to the floor. We're going to come all the way down. So if you need your blanket for your head, that's great. You can use it. So extending all the way out, lifting the flesh, flexing the feet toward the face, and let's unfurl slowly. You might trace your fingers across that area again, and slowly come back down to the mat. Engage your core as you lower. Slower you go, the harder it'll be. And then make sure your head is neutral. So if your chin is lifted, you'll place something under your head for support. So the neck can be long on the floor. And then bend your knees to place your feet on the floor. So walk your feet out a little bit wide. Take your hands out to a T position. And we're just going to windshield wiper our legs gently side to side a couple of times. Good. Take the knees back to center. We're going to take the knees into the chest. Hold on to your shins and gently squeeze the knees in. Gently rock a little bit side to side to massage the back. Might take the knees out a little wide and go side to side. Good. Bringing the knees into the chest, and then we're going to take our hands down toward our ankles or our toes, whatever you can reach comfortably without lifting the head up or the shoulders up. Keep the upper torso grounded, and then happy baby. So we're going to take the legs wide apart, draw the tops of the thighs toward the floor,
Soles of the feet toward the sky, a little resistance there, maybe a little shimmy, keeping the tailbone grounded. So we're not lifting the tail. Tail is down, head is down. And you might just hold the thighs, the ankles, whatever's comfortable. Breathe into the soles of the feet again in this happy baby position. Releasing any tension with the out breath, any fatigue with the out breath. Good, and nice and slowly take the soles of your feet together, connect them and release them to the floor with the wide knees. You can make fists under your hips or rest the hands on the thighs. If you need support or more stretch. And then connecting the soles of the feet, feeling that energy circuit through the body. Let's breathe into the feet again. Using our exhale to let go of anything we don't need. Breathing energy into the body through the feet. And one more breath here. And then gently with support on the outsides of the legs, we'll lift the knees up. And then you can take your feet out on that width apart with the knees bent. Let the knees come toward the midline. If you need a little release for the lower back, you might stretch the legs all the way out. So whatever feels more comfortable for you. You might even place a blanket under your knees. Let the palms open up to the sky. Tuck your shoulders under your chest to open the heart. Gently rock your head side to side to neutralize the neck. And bring it back to center and stillness. Let the eyes all close. Allow the lips to part so the jaw is soft. And allowing your fingers to curl toward the palms as they relax. Pardon the bird clock. So finding your final resting position in Savasana, however you want to be and whatever's most comfortable for you. Connecting to that space, that energy, and allow the breath to simply move in and out of your nose. Notice with each exhale, relaxing a little deeper into the mat. Each exhale, letting go a little more. Feeling your entire body completely relax. 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 You will stay in your Savasana and relax for just another minute or two. Letting any thoughts or sensations simply wash through you with the breath. And keep letting go.
And very slowly and gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe rock the head a little side to side. And we'll bend the knees to place the feet on the floor and gently roll to the right side of your body to a fetal posture for a moment. Take time here to notice any changes between now and the beginning of our practice. And maybe recall if you set an intention for your practice today. And as you're ready, nice and slowly, you're going to use your left hand to push your body back up to a comfortable seat. Take your time as you come up. And maybe sit up on your prop if you need one. We'll find length through the spine, sitting up nice and tall. And let's take a nice deep energizing breath in as we sweep the arms up. Breathe in. Deep breath in, connect the hands and bring that good energy down to your heart. And bow to yourself with gratitude for practicing today. We'll bow to each other. Namaste.